everybody. Today I wanted to chat about getting your horse's attention. And often the Lord wants to get our attention. And we are busy doing other things. And so He knows if He can get our attention, then we will draw near to Him and be closer to Him in relationship. Okay? And so there's a verse that I want to share with you guys. And I've been memorizing it, but I'm going to read it so that I don't paraphrase. And it's James 1, it's a couple of verses, James 1, 2 through 4. Consider it pure joy whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete and not lacking in anything. So often, the Lord, well maybe not often, but we do know that the Lord will allow us to experience pressure in our lives. He will allow us to experience trials because He knows that through this pressure and these challenges that we will learn perseverance, and that perseverance will build character. And that's really what He wants most from us. He's more concerned with our character than He is with what we're doing. He's more concerned about who we are than what we're doing, okay? And He knows that through this perseverance that our character's going to grow and that we're going to become mature Christians and then be able to bring glory to Him, okay? All right, so the same is true for our horses. So one of the basic things that we teach horses is to yield to pressure, okay? And I have a horse today who's having a hard time standing still. This is Champ, but actually this is fine because we'll just have to show some of the struggles in horse training and how it feels to be a horse. Okay, so with him, he was doing a lot of pawing, and that's something that I don't want him to do. So as soon as he quit doing it, I gave some positive reinforcement. So that was one little trick right there to hopefully help him to not feel so anxious and to reward the standing still behavior. Okay, but with horses, we will put pressure on them and then take the pressure away to train them to do what we would like them to do, which is also grow in their character. All right, so one of the fundamental, foundational things that we do is yield a horse's hindquarters. And the way that we do this is we put pressure back on their hindquarters, and we might use a training stick, we might use our body, we might use a combination of both. I'm rewarding him again for standing still instead of pawing. So the first thing I'm going to do to get his attention is to put some pressure. First of all, let me back him up so that we have a good visual for the video. Okay. I'm going to put pressure on his hindquarters and ask him to turn him away and give me both of his eyes. Okay? Okay, so I'm going to show you again how we yield the hindquarters by putting some pressure back there and then releasing. So I'm putting some pressure, and then as soon as he turns and faces me, I'm going to release the pressure. He also quit pawing, which is good. A little late on the positive reward. I was talking to you guys. So that time, I added a voice cue with my body language. Okay? So I looked at his hindquarters, and I yielded him bravo. And then I added the word ch, which means turn and face me. Now, why did I add the verbal cue? I added the verbal cue because if I ever need to get my horse's attention from further away, I now have a verbal cue that I can use without being totally in my horse's presence. Now, why might this come in handy? Well, I've seen horses in the pasture
doing things that they might not should be doing. For instance, leaning over the fence, trying to get something on the other side of the fence, which means they could break the board. And so I've seen this happen, and I've been several hundred feet away, and I said the horse's name, and then I said, "Shh." And when I said, "Shh," they turned to face me, and they quit putting pressure on the fence. So basically, I helped the horse not to break the fence, which helped us as well, but also not get themselves in trouble. And so the verbal cue can become a very handy cue that you are now pairing with your body cue, which is putting pressure on and taking pressure off, to help the horse to be able to do this at liberty, or to help them stay out of trouble when you are long distances from them. So I'm going to demonstrate this again. All right.